Okay, I'm doing a book study with this book called E Squared by Pam Grout, and I'm on experiment number 3, which is the Alby Einstein Principle, which is we are all a field of energy. So the Einstein equation, E equals mc squared, means that mass and energy are basically two forms of the same thing. Energy is liberated matter, and matter is energy waiting to happen. So there's a huge amount of energy trapped in every living thing. The material world is nothing but dense energy patterns. And scientists have found that everything is just pure unbounded energy vibrating so fast that it defies measurement and observation. So despite how it looks to the naked eye, we are energy. And nothing in the world is actually solid. So that kind of blew me away. Break the solid world down to its tiniest components and you'll find dancing particles in empty space. It only looks solid because the energy is vibrating a little slower than the speed of light. So that's what energy is, vibrating particles. We always attract our vibrational match. We are the initiators of the vibrations and therefore the magnets or the cause. Like forces attract. It's a classic rule of physics. So what you put out is always going to come back to you. The book goes on to say, everything in the physical world as we know it is connected to every other thing in the physical world. You are attached and engaged to one underlying universal energy field. Things appear separate because they're vibrating at different wavelengths. We may look like separate bodies with separate ideas, but we're just one big pulsating, vibrating field of consciousness. So, human beings are not matter, but continually moving waves of energy. So in this experiment, we're going to prove that thoughts and feelings also create energy waves. So we're going to make little wands with hangers, and the wands are going to follow the electromagnetic bands around my body, which contract when you're thinking about negative stuff and expand when you're thinking about positive stuff. So the experiment says to take 2 wire hangers, which I just had left over from the dry cleaner, and undo them. So I'm going to show you how I did this. It's not the easiest thing, and I actually did get a pair of wire nose pliers to help me. It also says to use a plastic straw and cut it in half, but I don't know, but my hangers are kind of big, and cutting a plastic hanger in half did not work for me. So you want some kind of thing to hold the wire so that the wire hanger inside it can move around freely. So what I tried stainless steel, but this was pretty narrow and I felt like the wire was rubbing up a lot against it, so I had these silicone straws. Okay, so I got my wire and I'm gonna take my pliers, needle nose pliers, straighten this out as best I can, and then get it into the straw. Okay, so I'm going to stick this into the straw, and then it says to curl it under so it has something to grip onto. And then I'm going to make my L shape. Huh?
Make your L.
Make my L. I'm going to straighten this out. Okay, so I got my L's. And okay, so then holding my L's, I'm just clear my mind and get them straight. So all I'm doing is I'm holding these rubber straws, right? I'm holding onto them, but not very tightly, and the wire hangers are just sitting in there. So I am not manipulating the wire hangers at all. So I'm going to clear my mind, and I'm gonna think of something sad. So I'm gonna think about my dad's death. And I am not doing anything right there. Okay, so I'm going to clear my mind and not think about my dad's death. Now I'm going to think of something happy. I'm going to think of my kids when they were born. So.
Holy shnikes.
That's so trippy. Okay, and then it says in the book to do an experiment to think about something over to the left. So my son is sitting up there, top of the stairs, and
Hey,
I'm not doing anything. And then I'm going to think about something over to the right, which is my daughter, which is sitting right there.
Stop.
Don't show her. She doesn't want to be on it. And yeah, so you want to switch and you want to try it?
Sure.
Okay. Avalon,
Hold this
you want to
over
hold
here.
it for a second? Okay, so thoughts are energy, and energy makes things move, so. Oh,
Don't step on
don't
the
step on the dog.
The dog.
Okay,
Clear my head.
clear your head. Get them straight. Okay,
Thinking of something sad.
thinking about something sad.
Clear my mind.
Clearing the mind, clear the mind, clear the mind.
Being happy. This is a trip. What? Wow. I gotta stop right there. That's pretty crazy.
Okay, so this is just one of the experiments. This book has 9 do-it-yourself experiments. We're in a book club study group on Facebook. If you want to join it, let me know. It's the trippiest thing. I've been focused on mindset for a really, really long time, but until I read this book, I didn't realize that I still had major doubts about it. But now that I've read this book, this is the 3rd time I'm reading the book, and the first time that I'm actually doing that experiment, I totally believe in energy and our thought field influencing so many things. And I want you to be empowered, living your life as an empowered person, knowing that you can create change and positivity in not only in your life, but in the world. And if we can focus on the right things and send the energy out to the things that are going to be helpful for the world, think about what we could do in this world. If we can affect freaking wire hangers and make them go in for negative and out for positive, and go over here because I'm sending energy over that direction, and go over there, and it's just a freaking wire hanger. What are we doing with our thought process every single day, with every single thought that we do? So get this book. You can get it on Amazon or wherever. And I highly recommend that you read it. Get a group of people together, do a book study. It's so awesome to be reading all of the success stories of the people in the group. So that is experiment number 3. Thanks. Bye.